here with me, I have Alfonso Albaisa and Giovanny Arroba, Senior Design Director. Now, Alfonso and Gio, this car looks a lot like the Nissan Ariya concept, which was showcased last year at 2019 Tokyo Motor Show.
Yes, Miho-san, when we received the package from engineering, already it was a bit of a revolution, and the timing was so perfect. It's a time when we had the new platform, the new autonomous driving technology, and the new levels of connectivities that made a great opportunity for us to not bother with just making a normal show car. We were going to start teasing the real car. And I think, Gio, from the very beginning, you had some very strong feelings about even the bigger brand statement and even the logo.
I mean, for us in the beginning, we knew this was a very special car, a very important car. It signaled the next step future for the brand. I mean, it's a new electrified platform. It is the beginning of a new electrified decade.
And how about the tech shield and all of that?
So, usually a headlight has a DTRL inside the lamp. We've actually taken it out, and this new daytime running light signature has become the electrified V-Motion, which now frames our tech shield, and basically it frames the new brand identity. Being an electric car, obviously the sleekness, the aerodynamic, how it cuts through the air is super important. As you look at these, what we call air curtains that frame each corner, this is where the air cuts through and then allows the air to come out the wheelhouse and attach through the body side.
Why don't we go to this side so that you can explain it to us more about it?
Well, I think, Gio, this is probably where you really had so much interesting work with engineering and how to package the batteries and the electric motors to create a truly special EV signature.
So really, talking about our brand, electrified brand form language, it all starts really with our platform, which we call the magic flying carpet, really. Elevated crossover stance, takes the wheels out to the four corners. This electrified platform allows us to shorten the front overhang. We've pushed the base of the windshield a little bit farther forward to get that sleek aerodynamic profile. And really, we wanted to highlight what's within. Clean, electrified, powerful energy reflected in clean, powerful surfaces. Just one clean, horizontal line that strikes through the car.
What I loved is from the very beginning that you were able to center the balance, the weight distribution, even though inside the cabin it's so roomy, but it's very sleek, it's very dynamic. And as you mentioned, you created these very muscular shapes that are simple and clean, but they express the power of this drivetrain.
Actually, from our inspiration in design is what we call timeless Japanese futurism. We have timeless and futurism slightly contradict each other. There's a nice tension there. A shape that can withstand the test of time, and it's really the technology and the details, the lamps and the lighting that create the futurism. And in between, I think, is also the Japanese DNA element.
Now let's take a look at the rear design.
Completing this arch, really, it ends with this rear aerodynamic diffuser, which stretches the cabin out, but yet still allows the air to cut through. And then going to the rear, we have this one seamless horizontal light blade with an inner lens that diffuses the light in a little cuticle pattern, and then housing the new Nissan word marks spread out in width across the rear.
Well, the exterior is absolutely beautiful, but what I want to really see is the interior. Can you show us the inside?
Sure.
Gio, we've lived with this car now a couple of years. We've made a show car, but still, seeing the real one, I am so amazed at how we had all of these things make it all the way to the production car. Can you take us through a couple of big things here?
Thank you, Alfonso. Yeah, I think all the teams, we really came together to create this electric spaceship that we set out to make. Even this seamless undulating one piece of glass screen, accentuating the horizontality, the panoramic width of the interior. We brought in the sleek and the seamless into this thin IP from the outside into the inside. You know, even this pinstriped copper finisher that highlights the width and the horizontality. You know, the copper, which we like to say is the conductor of electricity, you know, highlights this new futurism. And the floating center console, which moves forward and aft and really allows us to use this new EV spatial architecture, especially as we move into the autonomous age when we may be hands off and feet off the pedal. And even the end-on lighting with this Kumiko pattern that's in the footwell and in the doors, that's that brings the Japanese as part of the timeless Japanese futurism that we set out to create.
I mean, it's really impressive how many of these concepts and ideas that we think really belong to the future are going to be for our customer tomorrow. So really good job. Thanks, Gio.
Wow, so I can feel the passion that you've put into this car.
Yeah, I think that the passion of the engineer, the product planner, and the designers is really what made all of this possible.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with me and the viewers all the wonderful features of the Nissan Ariya today, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.